Welcome back to Cloud 2K, and today I shook up the entire NBA. Let's go. So you probably saw by the title, I took the best two players. I know my title probably says I took the best player. I took the best two players from each NBA team and removed them. They're gone, never existed, sorry, bye-bye. And we're going to see which team is the best. Pretty much. We're just going to see what the NBA is like without, I guess technically, the top 60 players. Now, shout out to Danny2K. I saw his video the other day that was like he removed the top 100 players from the NBA, and I thought that was a cool thing, but obviously I didn't want to copy it exactly, so I was like, I'll do my own version. We get a little bit better players in it this way. It's probably only going to be one season. We'll kind of see how it goes. We're going to go through each team. I'm going to tell you who we took out and like give them my reasons for it, because some people might... You'll see as we go. Obviously, the Philadelphia 76ers, they lose Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey. Now, Paul George, it's his team, man. Him, Kelly Oubre, Gershon Yabusele, Jared McCain, who is, there's obviously no injuries on, Quentin Grimes. I mean, not a good team, but hopefully in 2K, Paul George can be better than he is in real life. On the Milwaukee Bucks, Damian Lillard and Giannis Antetokounmpo, pretty simple, right? Now, Bobby Portis, Brook Lopez, and Kyle Kuzma get to run this team. The Chicago Bulls lost Vucevic and Kobe White, so Josh Giddey gets to, Josh Giddey gets to play a lot. The Cleveland Cavaliers are one of those weird teams. You're going to see Evan Mobley here be like, Evan Mobley still here? Technically, Evan Mobley and Darius Garland are the same overall, but on the list they have them, it's Donovan Mitchell up top, and then they have Darius Garland and then Evan Mobley. So even though they're the same overall, it has Garland listed higher. So I just went ahead and took Garland also. Now Evan Mobley is an 89 overall. He's probably the best player right now. It's him, Jared Allen, DeAndre Hunter, Tyler. This is probably a team to look out for. They have a very, very solid starting five that I think they're a really heavy favorite to start. The Boston Celtics, you lose to Jays. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, both are gone. You have Porzingis, Derek White, Drew Holiday, Peyton Pritchard, Al Horford, Luke Cornett. Like, they have pieces around. They have four guys up top here that are still really, really good. So I think between them and the Cavaliers are the favorites right now. Next is the Los Angeles Clippers, who lose James Harden and Kawhi Leonard. Norman Powell, this is your team. The Memphis Grizzlies lose Ja Morant and Jaren Jackson Jr. Actually, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the highest rated player on this team. Now, he's a 91 and Ja Morant's a 90, which, I mean, Jaren has been the better player this season, maybe even last year too. It's been real reports that Ja Morant could potentially get moved this summer. I think part of it was a lot of injuries, and part of it's also the way this Grizzlies team play. They don't really play through one person. It's kind of a team game, so I don't know, maybe some conversations we have to have about Ja Morant. The Atlanta Hawks lose Jalen Johnson and Trae Young, so now Dyson Daniels, his defensive end is 21 years old. This is his team. Andrew Wiggins finally has his own team. After getting drafted first overall to the Minnesota Timberwolves and obviously not panning out the way a lot of people thought, goes to the Warriors, becomes a really, really good role player on a championship level team. Now, Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo, I just blanked on Bam Adebayo's name for a second. Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo were removed, so Andrew Wiggins, Khalil Ware, Terry Rozier, Jaime Jaquez. The Charlotte Hornets lose Miles Bridges and LaMelo Ball. LaMelo Ball was a 90 overall, and then Miles Bridges was an 83, so definitely drop off. And Mark Williams, I don't think, as I'm recording this, has reported back to the team yet after the trade to the Lakers has been vetoed, so I don't really know what's going on there. But Brandon Miller, this is your team to run, my guy. Utah Jazz, Lauri Markkanen and John Collins removed. So, Colin Sexton, Walker Kessler, Jordan Clarkson. This is not a good team. The Sacramento Kings lose DeMontis Sabonis and DeMar DeRozan. So, Zach LaVine, Malik Monk, and Jonas Valanciunas are going to, run Sacramento. The New York Knicks lose Cat and Jalen Brunson. So, now Mikal Bridges has his own team again after just leaving the Brooklyn Nets. But this time he has Josh Hart, he has OG Anunoby, he has Mitchell Robinson, he has Preston Chua. A decent team. I think with the defense this team has, they could be good in simulation. The Lakers lose Luka Doncic and LeBron James, probably one of the biggest hits in the entire NBA of losing those two. Austin Reeves, man, you got good luck, Austin Reeves. Good luck, Austin Reeves. The Orlando Magic lose Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner. So now Jalen Suggs has his own team. Goga Bitadze, who's really, really good. Wendell Carter Jr., who's not very good. Anthony Black, you get a chance to run. Cole Anthony, we'll see about that. The Dallas Mavericks lose Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving. And, luckily for them, Daniel Gafford and Derek Lively are healthy, because in real life, Anthony Davis and both these two are hurt for at least a month or 2 to 4 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So, I guess we'll see how good the defense is without Anthony Davis, huh? The Brooklyn Nets lose Cam Johnson and Cam Thomas. Both the Cams are going. So now Nicholas Claxton and D'Lo are going to lead this Brooklyn team. Let's see if we get the old version of D'Lo. Can we get the 21 and 7 assists D'Angelo Russell? I don't know. The Denver Nuggets lose Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokić. Now Michael Porter Jr., Russ Westbrook, Christian Braun, Aaron Gordon. Still, funny enough, probably a better team than that 2017 Oklahoma City team that Russell Westbrook took to the playoffs. I'm just saying this team might be better than that team was. That team wasn't very good if you look back at it. The Indiana Pacers lose Pascal Siakam and Tyrese Halliburton, Miles Turner, Andrew Nembhard, Benedict Mathurin, TJ McConnell, Obi Toppin. I mean, a cool team. They'll probably make the playoffs, but I just don't think they have that big star. Well, nobody really does, you know what I mean? Except for Evan Mobley and Kristaps, I guess. New Orleans Pelicans lose. Who the hell did they lose? Zion and yeah. Who did they lose? I'm gonna be honest with you. I took away Zion, and I don't. Trey Murphy. Holy crap. I hope that stays in the video because I just completely blanked on Trey Murphy, which is stupid because he's been really, really good recently. Zion Williamson and Trey Murphy are gone. So CJ McCollum, you and DeJounte Murray, you get your own team. You have Herb Jones at the 4, Jose Alvarado, Yves Missy, Kelly Olynyk, Bruce Brown. The Pistons lose Jalen Duren and Cade Cunningham. So now Jaden Ivey is healthy in this universe. Him and Asar Thompson are going to try to be, well, kind of what Tari Eason and Ahmed Thompson are over there, or Jalen Green and Amon Thompson, because I guess that's the comparable of it, I guess. I don't know. This team's going to suck. Toronto Raptors lose Scotty Barnes and Brandon Ingram. So now RJ Barrett, Jakob Poeltl, Emmanuel Quickley, Grady Dick, Chris Boucher. I mean, it's a cool team. We'll see if RJ Barrett can, put on for his country. Houston Rockets lose Alperen Sengun and Amon Thompson. Yes? Yeah. Sorry, it's been like a whole 10 minutes since I did this, and apparently my brain isn't working right now. Amon Thompson and Alperen Sengun are going. So now Jalen Green and Dylan Brooks. What polar opposites, huh? San Antonio Spurs lose De'Aaron Fox and Victor Wembanyama. So now Devin Vassell and Chris Paul and Stephon Castle, shout out Stephon Castle in the dunk contest, get to run the showdown. I mean, it's a pretty solid, they have a lot of decent pieces. I think they could be a playoff team as well. Phoenix Suns, Bradley Beal has his own team. We're basically back in Washington. Bradley Beal has Tyus Jones, Nick Richards, Grayson Allen, Mason Plumlee. I mean, a not good team in real life. Then you take away Devin Booker and Kevin Durant. Seems really, really bad. The Oklahoma City Thunder lose Shea and J-Dub. So now Chet Holmgren, also an 88 overall. So, I mean, Chet Holmgren and Isaiah Hartenstein are going to be a really, really good front court. One of the better front courts in the entire NBA now, with Lou Dort, Aaron Wiggins, obviously, Alex Caruso, Case Wall. This is a team also really, really good in real life that I think is going to sim really, really well. One thing about 2K is that defense and rebounding is huge in simulation. And you have Chet Holmgren and Isaiah Hartenstein. You have Lou Dort, one of the better perimeter defenders in the NBA. Aaron Wiggins, literally the savior of basketball. Alex Caruso, also a phenomenal defender. Case Wall, this team is going to be pretty good, I think. Minnesota Timberwolves, they lose Anthony Edwards, and Rudy Gobert was technically, he's rated the same overall as Julius Randle, but again, was higher up on the chart when I did it. So, Julius Randle, you get your own team again. Let's see if you can turn them around like you did the Knicks, I guess. Portland Trailblazers lose Anthony Simons and DeAndre Ayton. So now Robert Williams, Denny Avdia, Jeremy Grant, Shaden Sharp. I mean, technically, their top two players were pretty much similar overall, so they might do well because they have, 3, 4, 5, 80 overall, so, we'll see. Golden State Warriors lose Jimmy Butler and Steph Curry, so now Draymond Green and Kuminga get to rock out, I guess. Huh, okay. Whatever. The Washington Wizards lose, it was Jordan Poole and, I don't remember the other person. Chris Middleton. I'm so sorry. Chris Middleton just got traded there. So Jordan Poole and Chris Middleton are off the team. So Bilal Coulibaly, Marcus Smart, Alex Sarr, a really good defensive lineup, if I got to say. With Corey Kispert, Malcolm Brogdon, this is a team that maybe surprisingly could be pretty good comparing to the other teams. We look at all players. Evan Mobley is the best player in the NBA at 23 years old. Then Kristaps Porzingis, Jared Allen, Chet Holmgren, Derek White, Norman Powell, Zubac, Levine, Randall, Desmond Bane rounds out the top 10 to 12, whatever that is. Okay, so after all that is done, we're going to go to the team sliders that I control every single team, but I have everything on automatic, so that way, I don't have actually any control over anybody. We're going to sim to the trade deadline, check in on each and every team, see how they're doing, see the league leaders and all that kind of stuff, blah, 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 and then we'll get into the playoffs. You know how this goes. So I'll see you guys at deadline. So at the trade deadline, the 76ers are not good. 17-33. Let's go into the stats and standings, NBA standings. The New York Knicks are 41-10. Just like I said before, I think they're going to be pretty damn good. I didn't expect them to be the 1 seed, but DeLon Wright, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, Josh Hart, Mitch Robinson is a really good starting unit, actually, with Precious, Miles McBride. Why are they... Okay. I mean, really, they're starting DeLon Wright. I mean, he's averaging 5 assists. Interesting. I just saw James Wiseman. The Cavs are number 2, a little bit worse than I thought, considering they have a 90-88. Like, I think they have a really good team, and they're 29-22. They're 12 games worse than the Knicks, huh? The Bulls at 3 are surprised. I mean, this is basically just their team in real life. So, I mean, I guess they're just running what they're doing. The Pacers at the 4 seed, McConnell, Nembhard, Mathurin, Toppin, Miles Turner, with Aaron Nesmith and Jarris Walker off the bench. The Pistons at the 5 seed, Schroeder, Ivy, Asar, Tobias, Isaiah Stewart, and Tim Hardaway Jr. The Celtics at 6, really? Well, the Celtics usually don't get a lot of love in 2K anyway, so I guess without the Jays, they're probably not going to do that well. But Pritchard, Derek White, Gordon Hayward, well, the last time he was there, it didn't go that well for him. But Al Horford, Kristaps Porzingis, with Drew Holiday, Luke Cornett off the bench, and obviously NQ. The Hawks at 7, that's just where they end up in real life freaking all the time. They just can't get out of the plan. They really, really can't. Karis LeVert, Dyson Daniels, Zachary Richardson, Onyeka Okongwu, Clint Capella. Pretty solid, pretty solid. The Hornets at 8, Trey Mann, Brandon Miller, Josh Green, Mark Williams, and they traded for Jakob Poeltl. So we have some trades going on here. Orlando Magic at 9, Suggs, KCP, Caleb Houston, Jonathan Isaac, Goga Batadze, Mo Wagner, Cole Anthony, Anthony Black. They actually, what the hell, they have a good team here. Brooklyn Nets at 10. D-Lo, 18-6. It's something. DeAnthony Melton, Zaire Williams, Trent Watford, Nick Claxton, and Terry Rozier off the bench. They made a trade for him. At 11, the Toronto Raptors. Manuel Quickley, Grady, RJ Barrett, Chris Boucher, Grant Williams is here. They traded Jakob Poeltl, that's right. For Grant Williams. I hope there's picks involved in that. Philadelphia 76ers, Jared Butler, Jared McCain, Paul George, Kelly Oubre, Andre Drummond, Quentin Grimes is the 12th seed. The Bucks at 13th. Bobby Portis and Kyle Kuzma are not doing it. 15 and 11 for Bobby Portis, not shooting well. Kyle Kuzma 18. This is their opportunity, and they're kind of fumbling. Miami Heat at the 14th seed. Looks like Andrew Wiggins could not really lead a team, huh? Khalil Ware's having a pretty good season, but can't lead a team. Wizards still ass. Brogdon, Smart, Sadiq Bey, Kaishan George, Alex Sarkort. This seems that bad. Interesting. We're going to go to the Western Conference. The Warriors first, 37-13. AirPods, Buddy Hield, Gary Payton, Draymond Green, Trace. Bro, Draymond Green is just a winner. He just wins games. Minnesota Timberwolves at 2. Mike Conley, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Jaden McDaniels, Julius Randle, Naz Reid, Dante DiVincenzo. Julius Randle just has to be killing it. 28-9-4. Yeah, Julius Randle, shout out. Dallas Mavericks, Spencer Dinwiddie, Max Christie, Klay Thompson, PJ, Derek Lively, and Daniel Gafford. It seems the 3 seed. Oklahoma's down to the 4 seed. AJ Mitchell, Lou Dort, Caruso, Holmgren, Hartenstein, Aaron Wiggins, Isaiah. Bro, this team, some of these teams, I don't understand how they're a little bit lower. I guess 4 seed, only 2.5 games back, so, makes sense. These Spurs are actually kind of surprising. Chris Paul, Castle, Vassell, Sohan, actually, no, it kind of makes sense. They have a pretty solid team there. Phoenix Suns at 6. They're actually better without KD and Booker, huh? Maybe that's a sign that Bradley Beal should be leading the team, huh? Jones, Allen, Bradley Beal, Royce O'Neal, Nick Richards is, what is Bradley Beal doing this season? 28 as well. Okay, we'll take that. Sacramento Kings at 7. Malik Monk, Zach LaVine, Jay Crowder, Keegan Murray, Jonas Valanciunas with Jake LaRavia off the bench. Zach LaVine, 24, 4, 4.5, 39% from 3. Having a real good season. What kind of season Malik Monk having? 22-5. You got to take that. Pelicans, DeJounte, CJ, Otto Porter's playing. Herb Jones, Yeez Missy, Jose Alvarado. Herb Jones, man, 7-3-3. Just in 2K, it's not great. Otto Porter. Yeah, CJ McCollum, 24-5. DeJounte Murray, 22-4.5. Houston Rockets at 9. Fred VanVleet, Jalen Green, Cam Whitmore, Jabari, Steven Adams, Dylan Brooks. This seems actually surprisingly low. really surprisingly low. The Clippers at 10. Chris Dunn, Norman Powell, I guess can't do it. 23.5. Bro, this dude doesn't pass. Or he really doesn't do anything besides score the ball. He's just a bucket. Memphis Grizzlies, Scottie Pippen Jr., Desmond Bane, G.G. Jackson, Santi Aldama, Brandon Clark, Zach Edey is your 11th seed. Denver Nuggets, Westbrook, what do we got? 22, 7, and 8 with 2 steals a game. Almost 50, 34. Can't shoot his free throws. Shout out Russell Westbrook, bro. What is DeAndre Jordan starting? 8 and 9. Bro, he's got Russell Westbrook. He's going to get spoon-fed. Portland Trailblazers at 13. Scoot, Denny, Jeremy Grant, Jabari Walker, Robert Williams, Shane Sharp. Shout out them. Lakers, I guess Austin Reeves couldn't carry the team, huh? 23, 3, and 6. Austin Reeves could not carry the team by himself. Doesn't have a lot of scoring, though, outside of him, so I guess it kind of makes sense. The Utah Jazz they've got to be the worst team in the league, right? By one game, the worst team in the league. Keontae George, Colin Sexton, Jordan Clarkson, Taylor Hendricks, Walker Kessler. Walker, just not doing much. Colin Sexton, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's go to the season stats. League leaders in points per game is Julius Randle at 28.4. Then it's Bradley Beal at 28.2. Mikal Bridges at 27.9. Brandon Miller 26.3. Porzingis 25.8. Chet Holmgren 25.8. 24.5 for Zach LaVine. 24.2 for CJ McCollum. Nasri 23.5. Zachary Ricochet 23.5 as well. Rebounding leaders per game. Okay, Andre Drummond. Andre Drummond's averaging 15 and 12. It's just putting that out there. 12.5 for Andre Drummond, 12.6 for Drummond, 12.5 for Walker Kessler, 12.4 for Isaiah Hartenstein, 12.1 for Valanciunas, 11.9 for Hart. Bro, 15 points, about 12 rebounds, 6 assists for Josh Hart. What a season, bro. Pretty much 11.7 for Zubac, 11.5 from Portis, 11.4 for Daniel Gafford, 11.3 for Holmgren, and then 10.7 for Mitchell Robinson. Assist leaders, Chris Paul, of course, 9 assists. Russell Westbrook, 8.5 or 8.6. Then it's a drop to 7.1 for Fred VanVleet, 6.8 for TJ McConnell, 6.6 for Peyton Pritchard, 6.3 for Josh. He's been up there for rebounding and assists. Shout out Josh Hart. Andrew Nembhard, 6.3, 6.1 for Austin Reeves, 6.1 for Davion Mitchell, 6 for Mike Conley. Steal leaders, Dyson Daniel, 2.4. Paul George at 2.2, 22 points, 6 rebounds, about 4 assists, 2 steals. Okay. 2 steals for Asara Thompson, 1.9 for Westbrook, 1.9 for DeJounte Murray, 1.8 for TJ McConnell, 1.8 for Alex Caruso, 1.8 for Andre Drummond, 1.7 for Suggs, and 1.7 for Lonzo Balls. Blocks per game, 3.6 for Brook Lopez, and then a whole 1.1 lower is Walker Kessler, 2.5, 2.2 for Evan Mobley, 2 for Holmgren, 2 for Bassie, 1.9 for Nick Claxton, 1.9 for Khalil Ware, 1.8 for Kristaps Porzingis, 1.8 for Daniel Gafford, 1.8 for Miles Turner. I don't really care about the rest of this. Okay, so can I see award races? Shut up, Josh Hart, man. MVP favorite right now. 15, 12, 6.5, a steal a game, a half a block a game. Oh my God. Rookie of the Year is Alex Sarr with Khalil Ware, Zachary Ricochet, AJ Mitchell, Jeremy Kane. 6th Man of the Year is Kyle Kuzma, Dante DiVincenzo, Cole Anthony, Jake Leary, Alonzo Ball. D-Boy is Brook Lopez, Chet Holmgren, Evan Mobley, Walker Kessler, Andre Drummond. Most Improved is Brandon Miller, Jalen Suggs, Peyton Pritchard, Tracy Jackson Davis, Davion Mitchell. Clutch Play of the Year is Josh Giddey, Zachary Ricochet, Brandon Miller, Kristaps Porzingis, Karis LeVert. Oh my lord, oh my lord, oh my lord. I'm going to sim to the playoffs. You know what? No. I want to see something here. I want to see, we'll just jump on Kyle Kuzma for a second, pause. And I want to go to stats. Mikal Bridges had 52 points. Chet Holmgren, 19, blah, blah. Okay, 11 threes. Okay, I just kind of want to see it. He had 52 piece. Mikal Bridges had a 52 piece. Shout out. That's kind of what I want to see. Let's go. I kind of want to see the All-Star team. Can I see the All-Star teams? All-Star participants. East. Paul George, Mikal Bridges, Kristaps Porzingis, Evan Mobley, Josh Hart, Derek White, Jalen Suggs, Jared Allen, RJ Barrett, Bobby Portis, Mark Williams, Brandon Miller. And the West, Russell Westbrook, Zach LaVine, Julius Randle, Bradley Beal, Chet Holmgren, CJ McCollum, DeJounte Murray, Naz Reid, Zubac, Hartenstein, Kuminga, Austin Reeves. Now that that's out of the way, I'm finally going to go to the end of the season. Julius Randle steals the MVP award from Josh Hart. I'm sorry, Josh Hart. I was kind of hoping you'd win it. Khalil Ware, Rookie of the Year, 15 points, 9 rebounds, about an assist a game, a half a steal, 2 blocks. Kyle Kuzma, 6th player of the year. Chet Holmgren, DPOY. Josh Giddey, most improved. Kristaps Porzingis, clutch player of the year. Chris Finch, coach of the year, 62-20. Tyler Stanley, executive of the year. All-NBA first team, Julius Randle, Russell Westbrook, Chet Holmgren, Evan Mobley, Josh Hart. All-NBA second team, Josh Giddey, Bradley Beal, Naz Reid, Paul George, DeJounte Murray. Third team is Brandon Miller, Kristaps Porzingis, Mikal Bridges, Austin Reeves, Isaiah Hartenstein. Defensive team, Chet Holmgren, Isaiah Hartenstein, Mobley, Brook Lopez, Walker Kessler. Second team is Drummond, Asar Thompson, Robert Williams, Mitch Robinson, and Paul George. Rookie team, Khalil Ware, Zachary Ricochet, Jared McCain, AJ Mitchell, Alex Sarr, Stephon Castle, Dalton Connect, Zach Edey, Montes Buzelis, and Isaiah Collier. Let's look at the 1 seed, Minnesota Timberwolves. The 2 seed, Dallas Mavericks. 3 seed, Oklahoma City Thunder. 4 seed, Golden State Warriors. 5 seed, San Antonio Spurs. 6 seed, Sacramento Kings, with the play-in being the 7 seed, Phoenix Suns. The 8 seed, New Orleans Pelicans. 9 seed, Houston Rockets. And 10 seed, Memphis Grizzlies. In the East, the 1 seed, New York Knicks. The 2 seed, Chicago Bulls. 3 seeded Atlanta Hawks, 4 seeded Boston Celtics, 5 seeded Cleveland Cavaliers, 6 seeded Indiana Pacers, 7 seeded Brooklyn Nets. Shout out D'Lo, I guess. 8 seeded Charlotte Hornets, 9 seeded Detroit Pistons, and 10 seeded Orlando Magic. Woo! Let's simulate the play-in game, baby, to see what the playoffs are looking like. We have New York Knicks versus Brooklyn Nets, New York versus New York. You have Chicago versus Charlotte, Boston, Cleveland, Atlanta, and Indy. And then in the Western Conference, Minnesota, Phoenix. We have Dallas, New Orleans. We have Oklahoma City, Sacramento, and then Golden State, San Antonio. Woo, let's look for any big performances in these play-in games. Now, this one, the Phoenix Suns lose, but Bradley Beal drops 46 points. DeJounte Murray, 35, 5, and 5. The Memphis Grizzlies beat the Houston Rockets, and the Rockets didn't have anything too crazy. Tari Eason had 22, 29 from G.G. Jackson. Shout out to the young guy, G.G. Jackson. On the Eastern Conference side, the Brooklyn Nets lose to the Charlotte Hornets. Terry Rozier has 18 points as their leading scorer. D'Lo, yikes. Brandon Miller comes out with a 40 bomb to win the play-in game, baby. And then the 9-seeded Detroit Pistons beat the 10-seeded Orlando Magic. Pistons have 21 points from Jaden Ivey, 20 from Tim Hardaway Jr., Jalen Suggs with 22, Mo Wagner with 22 as well. The other game, the Brooklyn Nets versus the Detroit Pistons in the second play-in game. The Brooklyn Nets win with D'Lo having 24, 2, and 6. Jaden Ivey with another 22-point game. The other last play-in game, Phoenix Suns beat the 8-seeded Memphis Grizzlies. Bradley Beal with a 26-point game. And on the Grizzlies side, Desmond Bane with a 28-point game. Okay. There was a lot there, but we are now officially in the playoffs. Now, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I just game by game. That's everybody's played. So, I don't want to do this game. That's going to take forever. Let's simulate the round. We'll get to the game by game as we get into the conference finals. You get what I'm saying. It looks like our second round is going to be the 1-seeded Minnesota Timberwolves take down the 8-seeded Phoenix Suns. The 5-seeded San Antonio Spurs upset the 4. Well, I say upset 5-4 matchup, but whatever. The Golden State Warriors and Jeremiah Green are done. Now here's an upset. The 6-seeded Sacramento Kings beat the 3-seeded Oklahoma City Thunder, and then also the 4-seeded New Orleans Pelicans beat the 2-seeded Dallas Mavericks. So in the Western Conference, only one higher seed won. Now we go over to the Eastern Conference. The New York Knicks beat the Brooklyn Nets and D'Angelo Russell in 6. The Boston Celtics beat the Cleveland Cavaliers in 5. So I guess my Cleveland pick was wrong, but they went against Boston, so I guess it makes sense. The 6-seeded Indiana Pacers take down the 3-seeded Atlanta Hawks, and then the Chicago Bulls, the 2-seeded Chicago Bulls, take down the Charlotte Hornets in 5. So we have New York and Boston, Chicago, Indy, Minnesota, San Antonio, Sacramento, New Orleans. Boom, we're going to go through this round, baby. We have in the conference finals, the 1-seeded Minnesota Timberwolves over the 5-seeded San Antonio Spurs in 5, and then the 6-seeded Sacramento Kings beat the 7-seeded New Orleans Pelicans. So 1-seed Minnesota, 6-seed Sacramento in the Western Conference Finals. In the East, the 1-seeded New York Knicks take down the 4-seeded Boston Celtics in 6, and the 2-seeded Chicago Bulls take down the 6-seeded Indiana Pacers in 7. New York, Chicago, Minnesota, Sacramento. Woo! Okay. We're going to go game by game. Game 1, the New York Knicks beat the Bulls by 15 points with Mikal Bridges, a 42-piece. He's been phenomenal this season. He's been so. Let's look at his stats. He's 27.5, 3 and 2, and in the playoffs averaging 30 points. On the Bulls side, Josh Giddey had 21, 5 and 6. Game 1 over here in the Western Conference. He's 60. The Sacramento Kings win Game 1 behind 26 points on 9 of 10 shooting from Jake LaRavia. Oh my goodness. Game 2 out in the Eastern Conference. The Chicago tie it up 1-1. 26 from Mikal Bridges, but 20 and 7 from Josh Giddey. Ties it up, and they split the series in New York. Game 2, Sacramento, Minnesota. The Sacramento Kings go up 2-0. They win both games in Minnesota. 29 points from Naz Reid. Is it enough for the 30 bomb from Malik Monk? Game 3, we are now in Chicago. The Chicago Bulls go up 2-1 with Kevin Huerter dropping 25 points. OG Anunoby had 21. Josh Hart had 21 at 15 at 7, but it wasn't enough. Game 3, Minnesota, Sacramento. Sees the Sacramento Kings go up 3-0. 20 points from Zach LaVine, 40 from Julius Randle, but he got no help outside of that. Game 4 in the Eastern Conference Finals. Oh my God, the Chicago Bulls are up 3-1. 19 points from Zach Collins is the game leader. Mikal Bridges 26 points. Right now, both lower seeds have won 3 games. You can't. If you're the 1 seed Minnesota Timberwolves, you cannot get swept. You got swept. Zach LaVine with 22, 7, and 8. Valanciunas had 11 and 22 rebounds. Julius Randle had 42 and 9. Doesn't matter. The Sacramento Kings, the 6-seeded Sacramento Kings, are in the NBA Finals to go against. Oh, we have a Game 6. Game 5, the Knicks. Mikal Bridges drops 35 points. Miles Bridges drops 30, but it isn't enough. Game 6, the New York Knicks have been eliminated. Both 1 seeds lose in the conference finals. Zach LaVine's your Western Conference Finals MVP. Josh Giddey's your Eastern Conference Finals MVP. The Kings and Bulls, the Zach LaVine revenge story. Josh Giddey, Kevin Huerter, Ayo Dosunmu, Miles Bridges, Jalen Smith against Malik Monk, Zach LaVine, Jay Crowder, Keegan Murray, and Jonas Valanciunas. I guarantee you, anybody watching this video did not pick these 2 teams. I'm just saying. Both these teams are bad in real life, but you take their best 2 players away and they're good. I guess. I guess. I don't know. Game 1 in Sacramento. This would be huge. We have a 6 seed and a 2 seed. Has a 6 seed ever won an NBA Finals? I don't know. You'd have to fact check me. I'm not going to fact check myself right now. 56 seconds left. The Bulls are up by 5. They're up by 2 with 4 seconds left. They go to overtime. Oh my Lord, 121, 121. We're going to sim real quick. 4 points by the Bulls. It looks like the Bulls are going to win Game 1 by 5 points. I'm going to jump in. If this game gets like later in the series, if it's 3-0, I'm going to jump in Game 4. But I'm hoping we get a Game 6, Game 7 that I can jump in. The Bulls win Game 1. Zach LaVine, 32, 6 and 8. He said, y'all traded me. Y'all traded me to the Kings. Fine. I forgot. Never mind. I'm so used to Zach LaVine being on the Bulls that I just, for a whole minute, thought he just won that game. He does not win that game, actually. I'm sorry. Josh Giddey's 23, 7 and 6. Miles Bridges 21 and 11. Actually win that game. Game 2 in Sacramento. The Kings have to win this game. If you go down 0-2, going then to Chicago, you're almost completely cooked. And it looks like they're going to blow them out by 37 points. Jonas Valanciunas 29 and 11. Malik Monk 28. Zach LaVine 26, 6 and 6. Okay, now you guys traded me. I'm going to beat your ass in the NBA Finals. Josh Giddey 27 points. Shout out. Oh my goodness. Whoa, Game 3. We are now in Chicago, tied up 1-1 apiece. I'm not even rooting for either one of these guys. I think Zach LaVine winning would be kind of sick. I'm just going to be honest. They traded him to the Kings. Now he goes as a member of the Kings and beats the Bulls in the final. That's just sick. That's sick as hell. That is sick as hell. And it looks like the Kings are going to go up 2-1 on the Chicago Bulls with a 14-point victory. 25, 4 and 6 for Malik Monk. Zach LaVine, 17, 5 and 5. Zach Collins had 20 and 7. Josh Giddey had 15 and 14. Jalen Smith had 15 and 12. Game 4 in Chicago. Chicago, you guys cannot lose. If you go down 3-1, it's only ever been done one time before in history by maybe the GOAT, LeBron James. A minute 35, the Kings are up by 2 points, by 5 points with 30 seconds. This game's over. A 9-point victory for the Kings to go up 3-1 in this series. Zach LaVine, 29, 6 and 4. Keegan Murray had 12 and 10. Also 27 from Malik Monk as well. Jalen Smith 24 and 13, 16 and 3 for Zach Collins. Josh Giddey was not very good. We have a Game 5. This is the chance for the 6-seeded Sacramento Kings, who have never, ever, ever won an NBA Finals, to lose their 2 best players as the 6th seed and win the NBA Finals. This is insane. The Kings were like not my radar at all. Like literally at all. And they're going to blow their ass out. They're going to blow them out. This is literally not, they're going to blow them out. Zach LaVine 21 5 and 6. Jacob LaRavia 24 5 and 5. Jalen Smith tried. I'm going to jump in. We're going to watch Zach LaVine and the Kings win an NBA Finals. Here we are. They're going to have Keegan Murray passing in the ball. Give it to Zach LaVine. It's only fitting. Zach LaVine against his former team. They traded him to the depths of Sacramento, and he says, fine, I'll do it myself. He takes the craziest pull-up 3. Yeah, he misses it. Jonas Valanciunas knocks the ball out, but he doesn't get picked up. Kevin Huerter has the ball, throws it to Lonzo Ball for a long 2, misses, and gets put back by Jalen Smith. Cool, that's Chris Paul hits a big 3 to cut the lead to 40. You know what? You get it. If you know, you know. Malik Monk, it looks like he's going to dribble the ball out. I see Keon Ellis wearing number 23 over there in the right corner. Malik Monk, number 0, going to dribble the ball out. And just like that, the Sacramento Kings, the 6th seed, win the NBA Finals home court like the beam. We lose De'Aaron Fox. We lose Domantas Sabonis. We lose DeMar DeRozan. Obviously, De'Aaron Fox was in real life, you know what I'm saying? But Zach LaVine and Malik Monk win you the NBA Finals. That's... oh, man, that's so crazy. I know Zach Collins is pissed. He was on the wrong side of that trade, huh? Shout out, man, the Kings. It's kind of never. Going into the season, I never ever would have picked the Kings to be my favorites. I think both teams I picked to be my favorites ended up losing early on. Well, except I guess I thought the Knicks were gonna be good, and they made it to the conference finals. But shout out, man. Shout out the Kings. You guys. Hey, listen, I get you guys a championship here, so you know, I tried my best. You know, we're lighting the beam, baby. Holy shit! Look at Adam Silver's bum ass out there. Zach LaVine looks like he's going to get Finals MVP. That's so fitting. What an absolutely beautiful ending to that. Zach LaVine 21-5 or 1 and 6. Jacob LaRavia 24-5 and 5. And just like that, Zach LaVine 25.8, 4.8, 5.8 is your Finals MVP. The team. Zach LaVine, Malik Monk, Jonas Valanciunas, Keegan Murray, Keon Ellis, Jacob LaRavia, Markelle Fultz, Trey Lyles, Christian Wood, Jay Crowder, JaVale McGee, Devin Carter. Wow. That is your NBA Finals champions. I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you really enjoyed this video. I'm just trying to do some more fun stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the road to 500 subscribers. Please hit that button. We're getting really close. Also, the podcast. I haven't shouted that out in a while, but Time Out with J&G. We try to do it every week. I know the past 2 weeks has been a little bit iffy with some stuff we've been doing. We've been busy, blah. But if you want to hear more in-depth actual basketball takes, that is the place to find us. Also, I want to shout out my friend Levi, Garbage Gamer. He started getting back into YouTube. He does a Akron college football series. So if you're into college football and you want to see that, go check out Garbage Gamer. But I'll see you guys later. Peace. Welcome back to Cloud 2K, and today I'm rebuilding the Chicago Bulls. Let's go. The Chicago Bulls are a team that, honestly, I don't really know what they're doing. I don't know if they know what they're doing. They're probably one of the worst ownership groups in the NBA. Is that fair to say? Like...